Hitting go live. All right. Hi, friends. Looks like we're live. We're seeing a lot of you in the chat. Oh my goodness, that was quick.
Must be quicker for you. Mine's being slow.
Oh, was it? Mine just came right through.
It's not funny how that sometimes works. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had to
All
refresh
right.
the
Well, we
page this
see a
time.
lot of you in the chat um, to really sneak peek. So that
It's like
always
they're
tends to
excited or
be,
something.
yeah, I think you're excited about something. I'm not sure what.
Something fun. Something fun.
Well, it is Leah and Heather here today joining you. We're going to share sneak peeks of our upcoming Kindness in Bloom release, which goes live next Tuesday. So only a week away before new products.
And it's kind of fun to be back here together live again. Last month we had
Yeah,
to split that up because I was
last month
traveling.
it was just me.
Yeah.
So this month you get both of us, which is exciting. We're going to be sneak peeking the same product, just in different ways. I think each of us are going to bring like one little additional item into the mix from the release as well. And
Watching the
we
comments.
will not have a
Okay,
moderator today. So
that's
it's
important.
just me and Heather, and of course we're going to be here crafting with you guys. So you won't see the Pinkfresh Studio name in the chat today, and we're going to do our best to keep up on things, but we will miss a lot once we get going. So definitely keep that in mind.
If there's an important question, putting question in capital letters might help us spot a little more. Still no promises,
Yeah,
because we both kind of have a lot to do today, so we're going to be a little focused on what we're doing. But just know that we are
absolutely.
keeping our eyes on it as best as we can. So,
But we should
but that'll
probably
help us
chat
spot.
about a giveaway.
I know there's a really good giveaway today. Everybody
That
knows that
might
these
be another
combine well.
reason why there's lots of people here as well.
I think so. I mean, they say it's all for us, but let's be real.
Let's be real. There's $100 gift card code up for grabs at the end of this. So, all you have to do is what you're doing now. Chat in the live chat. As mentioned, Heather and I are probably going to miss a lot, but chat with your friends in the chat as we share sneak peeks of our next release. And all of that acts as an entry into the giveaway. An extra entry into the giveaway is underneath the video. There's a little button that says share. Click that and share somewhere. Could be Instagram, Facebook, email, message, whatever you want. Come back here, let us know you shared, and that's an extra entry into the giveaway.
Perfect. All right, sorry. I realized something I hadn't put away yet, so.
No worries.
My
All
desk
right.
is all kind of a mess here. So Wendy
Do we
says she's
have
definitely here for us.
Oh, well, thank you. Do we have
We
anything else
enjoy
to
hanging
cover?
out with you guys. I think that that's I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, if you could give
Did
the video a thumbs up, that would be awesome.
you mention when the release goes live?
Next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Central.
That's kind of our new time. And of course, there's always the blog hop and the release
Yeah.
video and lots more chances to win. So um Diane, some of this release is from past Create and Connect events. So yes. Um Actually, yeah, I
All
was
right.
saying because it's all gonna be passed by the time it gets there. So
Yeah, I think most of the stuff we're doing a little combo. We're sharing some things that are not from past events, and then a couple things that are. So you'll
yeah,
see a good
it's a little
little
bit of a
combo
mix.
here.
We're actually using the namesake for this release today
We
for
are.
so
We are featuring the Kindness and Bloom product suite.
I'm turning my hot foil machine back on. Karen, thank you. I'm done coloring it. This is what it is now. So
I love it. It's
not doing it
awesome.
again. All right, should we go ahead and switch around and get started because we do have
We do have a
a
lot to
lot to
do,
do.
so we need to get going. So I think that's
Yep.
a good idea.
All right.
If I can get some things on here for people to see.
Right. So you've got yours all pulled out. All
All
right.
right.
Because we have lots going on today, a lot of times we split up and one of us hot foils and then the other stamps or heat embosses. We're just going to kind of do it side by side today because
We
we've got a
just
lot
have
to
a
do.
lot to do.
And we didn't have as much preparation time as we were hoping.
Absolutely. So we're going to just do everything side by side today. We think that that will be easier for everyone,
Exactly.
for us.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hot foil and Leah's
Heather's
gonna
hot
stamp.
foiling. I am going to stamp. Technically, I'm going to heat emboss today. So
And My
I have not used the stamp yet, so I'm trying to just be ginger with it. I don't want to stretch it out because since I'm heat embossing, that always can make your stuff a little warped anyway. So
and I haven't even used my hot foil or my press plate for this. So, and my
ooh,
machine just finished heating, which was absolutely perfect timing. So
very
I'm going
nice. I did
to,
create a card with it for
yes,
the release cards. I'm using the press plate. It's really, really nice.
I love it. It's
Okay.
kind of a unique, it's one of those sets that I think Lee and I both looked at it and we were kind of like, we didn't know how we felt about it, but
Yep.
I was kind of surprised when I used it. I actually like it so much more. It's not like I disliked it. It just, I didn't think it would be one of my favorites. And
Yeah.
it's actually kind of nice. So I'm
Yeah.
liking it so much more. And I'm kind of
Some
excited to do a
cute
hot foil
little
today too.
goodness. There's some cute little flowers that are part of it. Make sure that's not going to impede
While you're
here.
doing that, I'm going to show that back mock-up. This one's kind of a unique, there's a little bit of a artsy design element because the stencils don't fill the image in all the way. So it kind of gives kind of a little different flair to it, a little different than our usual Pinkfresh vibe there. So
Yeah, it's got kind of like a modern fill where it only blends in certain areas. So if you're using this set and you're thinking it's going to blend in all of the openings completely, it doesn't. So definitely keep that in mind. It's definitely a little bit more of a modern, somewhat abstract feel to it getting blended in.
all right.
Right. I feel like I am making my entire work surface
Powdery.
yeah, it's like shaking because I think I'm pressing too hard. So calm that down,
Okay.
Leah.
Ready for my plate just heated up, like everything heated up the
Oh, wow.
perfect moment. So I'm ready to do. So pretty. You know what? Since you're still heat embossing, I think I've got
Mhm.
time. I'm gonna try and do the reverse foiling. I know I'm probably
Sure.
gonna regret. Grab my solid hot foil plate and we're just gonna see if we
Foiling
can.
is so much faster than heat embossing.
I know, oddly enough. Well, and usually I mistime my plate heating up and all of that. And this time I think I just timed it perfectly. So I'm
Nice.
not sure if I'll use it or not, but I think the reverse foiled on these could be really pretty. So
I think so too.
I think I'm gonna give it a try and
Right.
just
I'm
see.
just trying to make sure I didn't halo that. Oh no, it totally did. Shoot, I have to start over. Sorry.
Oh, well then it's a good thing I'm solid foiling, right?
Yeah,
Buy anytime.
like
Buy anytime.
it totally moved on me. Ugh. Let's try this again, friends.
Hate those moments.
It's one of those moments we all it all happens to all of
Oh
us,
goodness.
haloing
Yep.
stuff, making a mistake.
I was saying the live is where those all get shown because we don't necessarily take time on edited stuff to show those because I have to show.
Exactly.
Look at how pretty. I think that these flowers,
That is
I
so
love
pretty.
even without adding like the stenciling, I think they're super fun, even just simple on their own like that. Like they have a really, it'd be fun just to tuck in as added elements on things. It's kind of why I want to do the reverse foil because even if I don't use it today, I have a feeling I'll enjoy
All
it.
right, I think I'm gonna see if that is good enough. All right,
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for you.
fingers crossed here. Fingers crossed, friends. Okay, I am
What
going
color
to
combo
heat
did
emboss
you pick
gold
today? I'm kind
pearl.
of curious. Oh, gold pearl to
Gold
heat emboss.
pearl.
And then what
Yeah.
colors I'm using, like a really, I just kind of tried to pick the most random unique for that artsy feel, kind of different than I normally
So
do.
I'm gonna color my flowers, each flower differently.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I have begonia and mimosa and hydrangea, trying to give it
yeah.
like a little bit of a kind of a fall feel, but not like browns and
Nice.
oranges. And then
Um,
I picked marigold to be like the accent color on all of the flowers to tie them in together.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing a couple questions. Can I heat emboss with Versa with press plates? Um,
Think so.
I say not, I mean, you maybe could, because I know you can press plate with ink on just normal cardstock and it gives more like a stamped impression. Not sure how that would work with embossing ink, but you could give it a try. I was gonna say,
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna heat set, so I'm gonna be quiet for
go
a
ahead.
minute.
And I'm waiting, making sure my solid plate's nice and hot. I saw another question. Eastern Girls Crafting, the thing she was using to do stamping, and that's called a MISTI, MISTI. It's a stamping platform. So top filling help when coloring. Kate Andrews, if you mean like, does it add that edge for coloring? Like, if you do heat embossing and you watercolor, how it kind of holds things in, it doesn't. It's more of a flat smooth, but it's really pretty and elegant. Okay, my solid foil plate looks like it's ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off. And we're gonna put our leftover foil on there. Get that, and let's see if we can get, I usually add a paper shim, and I just realized I forgot to do that, but oops, trying to keep the and Sherry, it's so true that we make mistakes all the time.
Image to heat emboss, but I think we got it done there.
All right, let's see if my reverse foiling, you're in the same. Oh, yay, that foiled beautifully too. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
Now we both have to kind of clean our desk area for a second.
Yeah.
Bear with us there.
Still trying to make sure that this is all set. I don't want to stick my finger
Right.
into
That's always
embossing
unfortunate.
ink and have it. I
Okay.
also am going to just do a little wipe of my desk because I feel like I'm feeling powder on it. It could just be all in my brain, but you know. Okay. So
Is that
there we go. Those
beautiful?
are so pretty, Heather. And mine is
I love
just heat
the,
embossed in gold pearl. Hopefully it shows off. Okay.
yeah. All right,
I
set
love
this aside.
that gold pearl.
Now this stencil set's pretty quick and easy too, because there's only 3
True,
layers. Are
there's
you
only
gonna
a few
go
stencils.
in order? Are you gonna do the greenery first, or are you gonna do the flowers first?
Let me see. I am going to do the flowers first, so I'm going to
Okay.
stick the greenery last.
Okay, I'll do the same so we stay on the
Okay.
same schedule, as it were.
Sounds like a plan.
Might make things easier. You never know.
Yeah, for sure.
So these are a little bit fun because it's not a precise
No.
lineup. So there's also more room to kind of do what you want. So there's certain areas. I always like to use, I've done this, use this set already once, so it's not as hard, but I like to use the mock-up as kind of a, like at the base of that flower, you can see how you kind of line it up along the top and side there. And on this one, you want to line it up across the top there, but then a
Yeah.
little bit down. Same there. So
So
just kind of
like
use
I'm kind of
that.
using the little ridge at the bottom of this flower and then the little kind of spiky ones in the top flower that helps put this all together. But the great one about this one is it is fairly whimsical, so you do have a little bit of wiggle room.
Exactly.
And you can always move it around or do whatever you think is best for it. They do not blend like fully, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. All right, I am going to just go one color at a time here because I'm going to do each. Oh, I have these wrong way. Get that flipped around here.
I'm going to do 2 colors. I'm going to just do all the flowers the same color, but I'm going to blend a lighter shade and a deeper shade. So I'm going to have a
Nice.
little bit of something interesting too, but mine will, I don't know.
I
There's not
probably
that
needed
many. So
to clean this brush because I think it had mulberry blush in it last time. So this might be a little darker than normal begonia, but that's okay. We're just, it is what it is.
yeah, sometimes that's just good enough.
Yep. All right. So there is flower one. These stencils do go relatively quickly just because there's only a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're only coloring in a little bit of area.
Definitely
All
does
right.
speed it up.
So let's do a little quick dry rub out just in case I have a darker tone in this brush. All right, so then I'm moving on to Mimosa. which is going to be this cute little kind of daisy looking card. Or flower. I'm not really sure what it is, but
I forget how much I love Regal Kiss.
yes, it's a good one.
It's
I
such a
picked the
good
purple
color.
too, but I went with hydrangea for
Oh,
mine.
nice.
Yeah.
I kind
Like
of went with a
a
little
little
mix
fall
of
vibes, but not totally fall vibes here.
nice.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to mix like some of our newer ink colors, some of our old, and
Yeah.
mix them together. That
I
really
went
stood
mostly
out.
new, except for I am using marigold. And then a little hydrangea on this flower. Oh, pretty. Oh my goodness. It's going to be pretty.
Ooh, I love the three different colors. I didn't even think about doing that with this set, but it would be so easy because they're far enough away that
Yep.
make it really
And
easy.
then the next layer, I'm going to do all in marigold to help kind of bring them all together.
I should have waited for the same reveal, but I just kind of pulled mine off. So
No
it
worries.
doesn't look like much
Okay.
right now anyway. So it's
Nope,
not
it's pretty
super.
minimal at this point.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to technically stencil number 3.
Yep.
Diane, there are 3 stencils in this set.
Exactly.
2 for the flowers and 1 for the greenery. All right, this one is taking a minute to get lined up.
I know. Just got to get it wiggled in place just right.
Wiggled. Here we go, I think. There we go. Got it. I found it. I found it.
Good.
Sometimes
Woo.
it's a little harder with heat embossing just because there is the little bit of warp in the paper too.
Yes, that does make a difference for sure.
All
All
right,
right.
so for me, this whole stencil is going to be marigold.
And I'm being kind of twisting things around because I'm going to use the citron green, which is kind of our yellowy greens for part of the
Yeah,
flowers. And then I'm going to
absolutely.
use turquoises for the leaves. So
Nice. And
mixing it up a little.
I am doing, interesting enough, I am doing normal green leaves,
What?
which is unusual.
I guess it's a good thing I'm mixing it up then. So
Right?
I love these yellowy greens though. They're just such a bright, fun pop of color. All right.
It is, they're really pretty. All right, that's pretty good.
Are you done already?
Yeah,
Oh, because you're using the same. I was like, wait, how
I
did you
just
get
used
done
the
so
same
quickly?
color. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm close. There we go. You don't have to wait for me. You can keep going. I'm almost
Okay,
there. I think the
perfect.
final magic reveal will matter more.
Absolutely. Okay, so then we're going back to stencil 1, which is all of the greenery. This is a good one to notate and just remind that these don't color in the entire area. So they
Oh,
definitely have like more of a modern abstract feel. So
everyone's shocked that you're doing green leaves.
I know.
You're throwing everybody off.
So, what is happening to you? I use regular green on occasion, friends. Come on now. So I'm going to start with eucalyptus, but then I am going to actually add in a little bit of spruce tips just to darken them and give them that kind of fall crisp tone.
I feel like first it was moving away from coral reef. Now it's going to,
Oh,
it's a slow decline.
it is not. Stop it. Okay.
Sorry.
Barb is
Didn't
saying
really-
I can't be normal. Hey, Barb, you're too normal.
Define normal.
Exactly.
All right.
Rural can branch out. Let's be real. We just have so many beautiful colors to choose from.
I know. And it's fun to like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I get stuck in a rut with my faves. And so
Same, same.
I actually had my daughter come in this morning because I was just like looking at the set, scratching my head, and I couldn't. I was like, choose me a random color combo. And
Nice.
kind of what we landed on. So
That's really cool. I like that. That's fun.
I say you could totally have Josh
I
do
only
that.
have a dog, and she really
You could make Josh do it. Like, here's the
I can make
colors.
Josh do it.
Pick
He
three.
does. Oh, but he's not here.
Oh, you'd have to plan ahead, I
He,
guess.
he is in the office today.
Yeah.
Right, let's see.
Just adding my
Yeah,
shading. I
I'm kind
used
of changing my mind. I was
Atlantis.
thinking I might come in with spruce tips, but I think I'm just gonna blend eucalyptus a little deeper and
That's
just
fun.
call that good. Yeah. I feel like it's doing a good job of hitting the stencil sides and the heat embossing to get like a
Yeah.
nice deep tone here and there.
Fun.
Yeah. And then I
I
don't
did
have to break out
turquoise.
another color.
I added Atlantis. I'm coming in with a really deep one, so I get some really good contrast. I love those
Nice.
really deep tones with the gold embossing or hot
Yeah.
foiling, sorry. I knew what I meant. All right.
Thanks, Lisa. Tina, I was going to add a second green, but I think I've changed my mind. I think I'm just going to blend eucalyptus a little deeper in some areas and call that good.
Okay. I'm going to wait for you for this final reveal so we both get that moment.
I am
Okay.
almost there. Give me just
Take your
1 second
time.
here. All
Not rushing you.
right.
Oh, Randy, that's a great idea. She randomly texts friends asking for a color.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know, you and I could do that. We could pick a color combo for the other person.
We could. That might be fun.
We could totally do that.
All right.
All right. Are
Ready?
you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Ah,
Ta-da!
and look at that. They're totally different.
Totally different.
I love it.
Same exact set, two completely different looks.
I just
I
love
love it
it.
though.
Hmm.
I love that artistic sort of feel to it too. All right, so should we heat our die cut? Die cut. We should die cut.
Yeah,
I
probably need a
afraid to
die
say.
cut and then.
And I need to double die cut because I've got my reverse foiling. So
Oh, that's right. Hmm, You're
I'm
faster
gonna
at
just,
it than me anyway.
yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm not waiting for you.
Okay.
All right.
Gotta find all the things here. Goodness.
First one, did it move? No, I got it. Did I take that down good
What?
enough? Oh, I picked it up and then I was like, I felt like it moved a little. So
Oh,
there
let
we go.
go.
It's like, it's worth taking that just half a second to double check before I commit.
Absolutely.
All right, I will be right back with the first one.
Great. I'm gonna work on lining up my die. I'm always slower at lining up dies than she is. Okay. There's that. All right. Probably one more area. And then I'm gonna go ahead and die cut mine.
Perfect. And I've got my first one down here. So pop all these fun little pieces out. These ones are so pretty. All right.
Hey.
I'm gonna do my reverse foiled versions as well, just in case. So I'm still not completely
Die
sure
off
if
of
I'm
here.
using one.
All right. Oh, there's all the pieces. And that is tapped out. Okay. So we
Right,
have
one more.
all of our pretty pieces here. All right. I also need to die cut a frame. Where did the die go? There it is.
I might end up tucked in. I don't know. We'll see. Some of these reverse foil pieces might be kind of fun tucked in, but we will
Right.
see.
Absolutely. Okay. I am also going to be sneak peeking our fancy rectangle frame die set that is releasing with this release as well. This is a new addition to our Essentials collection. And I think Heather is going to sneak peek the other set that we
I'm
are
gonna
coming
try.
out
If it
with.
doesn't work, I might default to the same one you're using, but we're gonna
Okay,
give this one a
perfect.
try. I didn't have enough time to kind of test what I'm thinking and plan out, so we'll see. So this is another one that's from the new release. That's also from a previous event. This is the dotted fancy frames, and it's got all of these lovely two-piece options for frames. So gives you lots of possible ways to use them. So what I'm thinking here,
All
gotta
right,
decide.
I am gonna see if I can cut all of these out at the same time because I'm not sure which size I want. So we're gonna see if this works. I am gonna do it on a bubble mailer here.
And I'm gonna test here with my arrangement and kind of make my plan and see if I like what I have in mind or not
Perfect.
before I commit and die cut, because you know how that goes.
Oh, yes. All right, let's see. We're gonna test the power of my die cut machine here. I may regret this. I don't know. We're gonna find out, friend. Doesn't matter if they're in there straight because they're gonna all fully die cut. So I don't care if they're a little crooked. It's
There you
just
go.
about getting each one cut.
I
Okay.
think I think I'm kind of liking that, and that kind of mixes and matches some of the gold. So I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
kind
that's
of give that a
pretty.
try. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm gonna start with an A2 panel and make a window. I think this is what, like I said, we'll see how it goes. I might change my mind, but
And I
actually,
think I might run mine through my die cut machine twice,
go for it.
just since it was so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of details in that. All right, I'm gonna line up. I'm gonna use the inside one here if this works like I'm thinking it will. Making sure it's centered, and this is gonna create my window.
Well, friends, I am nothing if not bold. I could live to regret this, but if anything, it's just paper and I can recut. It's not a huge deal. It's not like a life or death situation here. I
On
think
on the bright side, we are actually doing pretty good for time because there were only
are
the
we?
three people. So I think
That's good.
it'd be okay. You might be surprised.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, these actually all cut perfectly. And look at that. Now I have three. I don't think I'll use all three, but I now have them all cut for when I do want to use them,
Perfect.
which is
That was
nice.
smart.
Got a lot of little holes to poke out. Although quite
You
a
don't
few
have to do
stayed
those all
behind
now,
in the
though.
bubble mailer, which is nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't do those now.
No, I'm gonna
No.
give this one a good whack and get what I can out of it.
And this is where Zoom mutes, so you won't hear the.
Oh yeah, Zoom that probably doesn't hear me do the
Yep.
big whack on my glass mat, does it?
Yes, Deborah, this one was from the last Create and Connect. The other one that Leah's using is actually from the
One
event
that's
this
this
upcoming
weekend.
weekend, the holiday event. So
Right. So look at that. I have three fantastic dies. My dies are totally fine. So that was actually kind of awesome. Now I did go ahead and I pre-cut a cover plate die just for the sake of time beforehand. This is the intricate stitched ovals. I thought they would that would look really pretty tucked underneath, kind of give it a little bit of a homespun feel. Like I said, I'm not using all of these, and I thought it would look really pretty with those flowers too. However, I am going to ink blend it a little bit. So let me tape it down to my mat, and we're just going to do a nice little ink blend
I'm grabbing a bubble mailer because I didn't think to do it on this one. And this one, my plates are
on
warped enough
each
and used,
side.
but I need that little extra. Let's see if that works.
Perfect. Well, this is not sticking very well, of course. Let's grab some new tape. Oh, thank you, Deborah.
Get a way
Audrey, our
better.
holiday event is this coming weekend. Um, and there is new holiday product, but it's not holiday product that we're going to release at this point. So, it's specific to event attendees. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do half in begonia and half in mimosa. I don't want to go too crazy on the begonia, so we're gonna just do light coverage
I
on
think
this
I'm doing
guy.
some background ink blending too.
Are you?
Oh, I love,
Nice.
okay. So the way these frames work, I cut that inner frame from my window, and then this really Dainty dotted frame. I did both sides, but now I can adhere it right around the outside. I don't have to try and fit it in, figure out how to glue or foam it.
Pretty. That's a good idea.
I can pop this up with foam. I just thought I'd share that little tidbit because it's kind of a and then kind of as Leah's doing some ink blending and something for the background, I wanted to do that as well. And I also prepared a little bit. This is a much older release. This is the Dainty Plaid. And there's coordinating stencils, but I'm gonna skip those today. But I went ahead and heat embossed it. It's really hard to tell. I used clear embossing powder because I want to just ink blend. And I found instead of white, I actually love doing it in clear because it just shows through the white paper underneath. And the white tends to grab the ink and kind of get stained a little bit. So I just kind of opt for that. But that way I can tuck that back behind and it'll give a little soft interest to the background. But first I'm going to add this frame just so I can weight that down and it can get, so that's a little dainty frame and it's gonna take a little while to get around there and put little dots of glue.
So really quickly, Sherry Brown is asking where you place the bubble mailer. So I always place it directly on my cutting plate and then I cut into it. So my sandwich would be cutting plate, bubble mailer, paper, die face down, and then the top of your sandwich and run it through your machine.
So basically your die is cutting through your cardstock into the bubble mailer. It's kind of is the best way because I know some people do the dies face up and everything. So I always kind of say your die should be cutting through the cardstock towards the bubble mailer. I think it's the Empress or something.
Yeah, I think there is a die cut machine where you're supposed to cut boards, but I don't know that. I don't have that one, so.
I think even the Gemini says to, but I've always had better.
Same.
Yeah. So.
Same.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm just going to trim this guy down so it fits within an A2 panel. So let me grab that really quickly. Trim a little bit off of each side so it's all equal. The design stays all equal.
All right. Okay. So look, now that I have that, look how pretty that dainty little frame is around the edges. It's not pretty. It's going to be really fun.
That is really, really pretty, Heather. I love it.
I've been a little intimidated by too many of those little fine detail frames, but that trick just clicked of cutting only the inner one and then adhering it around the outside. So I'm really happy with that. All right. Now my next question. What did you do? You did two colors. I'm trying to decide if I wanted to.
Yeah, I did a two-tone with my two favorite-ish, the begonia and the mimosa. I could have done purple, but I didn't.
I'm almost tempted to just do the blue. I don't know, maybe the blue and the purple. I don't know. Or the greens. What do I want to do? Yeah, what do I want to do?
I don't know, Heather. I don't know. I had kind of an idea to trim these and then do it opposite.
Maybe we'll do, I think I'm going to do a little all three, and I'm just going to go kind of in quadrants so that.
And then it would kind of tuck in, or I could use
Roxanne,
all three.
I don't know which one of us you're talking about for the frame for dimension. I'm going to pop my outer one up for dimension, yes. I'm sure Leo will be doing something for dimension too.
Yeah, I'm sure. We're not there yet.
I'm using the big brushes
little like arrangement with the frames would be kind of fun here. And then just kind of flowers popping out. Actually, this might work better here. This is just a general look, friends. It's not how it's going to look in the end. It's kind of a hot mess right now.
Okay.
I kind of like that idea.
You have to get through the hot mess stage.
Yeah,
right, so
kind of like an art gallery wall is exactly what I'm going for. But right now, it just looks like a hot mess. Right. But that is exactly what I'm thinking here. And then I can save a little bit of room down here where I can add sentiment, because the sentiments in the stamp set are pretty clean and simple. And I think just trimming them down into a little thin strip would look really nice. Just want to make sure I give it ample room. Okay, so how I'm going to attempt this is I am going to pop these up with thin foam strips. So I could have painstakingly cut this multiple times and glued them together. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to use my thin foam strips, so you're not going to be able to see the underneath. They're going to have that white look of the foam strip, and that is just going to have to be okay.
I think that's probably a good idea. So I have to say something fun. I just realized I didn't know how it would
Yeah.
work, but I used the lightest of all my shades,
Ooh,
and that's citron and candy violet and turquoise. I wasn't quite sure I was going to try and keep them from meeting in the middle, but there's enough pink in the candy apple and enough yellow in the citron that it kind of made a pretty little pink tone where it overlapped. I was afraid it'd be kind of brown and ugly, but
that is so pretty. I love it.
fun discovery. And then with the blue,
Yeah,
it kind of made a purpley tone. So
that
who
is
knew?
awesome.
It was a lucky oops. Call it
That
that.
is really, really cool. I can kind of keep on the larger frame, I have more room. I can actually avoid the
Oh,
circles. I will
nice.
not be able to do that on the smaller frames, but that's okay.
All right. I'm going to pop mine up with foam for sure. So I'm going to get my strips added on there, but that won't be too hard for me.
And yes, that actually Michelle makes a good point. I'm going to have all of the leftovers. I could actually go ahead and make a second card with
Very
this
much
guy.
good.
So
You probably
that is
will.
absolutely true. Yeah. I probably will do it in different colors, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you could
that
even
is
use
actually,
different florals or different.
yeah, I could do it with different florals. I can try to arrange it on maybe a landscape card versus portrait,
Oh, yeah.
just to change it up a little bit.
That's a
Definitely
fun
fun.
idea.
Yeah. Oh, I'm adding, goodness, Leah. I'm adding all of this foam tape, and I don't really need to because I'm going to trim it down. But you know what? I'll go ahead and add it for
Oh,
now,
because you
and then it's
then you'll
ready.
be all
It's ready
ready.
for foam tape.
Yeah.
All right, so
The
I'm
best
going to
one.
trim this guy. Let's see
Who
here.
complimented my color combo. So I'm just going to reiterate again, give my daughter full credit for that one.
All right, I'm going to cut just right at the decoration change on this one. And then it already has foam tape on it for later. I don't even have to worry about adding more. Tina is saying we have a whole week to wait before we can order these goodies. Yeah, Tina, I know.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Hey, you know what though? I think one time we did one of these sneak peeks and then last minute, well, I know one in particular, but I think it had to
Yeah.
be postponed and that won't be happening. Knock on wood,
No, this is definitely good to go. So you literally only have to wait a week.
which is so much better. All right.
Yes. All right, let's
Popping that up with
get this as
foam.
even as possible on each side. Okay. Got the start of our little gallery wall here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Okay, look at that, Leah. Look at that window with the
Oh,
plaid
that's so
behind.
pretty, Heather. I love
Isn't
it.
that pretty? I feel like even before adding the florals, it's just so fun. In
I
fact, this
agree.
would look really cool with just the
Actually,
reverse
really cool with the
foil.
solid.
That's funny.
All right, so this guy, okay, so same
We're
with
gonna
the little bit larger frame. I'm going to go ahead and trim it down to size here. It's going to also be trimmed right before the little design change. I'll go ahead and add foam strips after the fact on this one. I think my little gallery wall is going to be super fun.
It's adorable already.
I'm pretty good on time still,
Yeah,
I think. Even though
I
this
think
is
we're
a little
doing
fussy,
I think we're
that's
doing
okay.
really good for time,
Yeah.
oddly. I think it's just because of the only three
Oh,
stencils. I think that kind of saved us.
that one cut the frame, but I think I can salvage it. I'll just run that over that little piece there.
Okay, I haven't stuck
So
anything down, but I think that's my
what I
only.
meant by when I said I cut the frame, there is this little element, this little design element, and my scissors accidentally got in there and trimmed it. But I just added some foam tape to hold it into place, and it's going to be totally fine.
Absolutely. Okay. I've got my arrangement, so now I just need to pin everything down.
Nice, Heather.
In place, but I'm going to kind of take my time, and then I have to pick what sentiment.
Me too.
We'll get there. I'm just going to start
My card's probably going
slowly.
to take a little longer to put together than yours, but that's okay.
That's all right. Nice thing is if I get this done, I can get
Can pick
ready.
the winner.
The winner. And there's still bling because we've got that new bling too that we
Oh
get to.
yes, and I pulled that out to use actually
Uh-huh, of course.
because it's new and it's beautiful.
Okay. Let's get these. Gonna fluff all these flowers.
All right, just have the little small guy left here. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim it in place here. All right, I have all those pieces left that I can do a different card at a different time.
Nice.
Will be super fun. Okay, let's add. And so once again, I'm just going to use foam tape, but if you wanted to be able to see through all of those little holes, you could just you could cut multiples of these and glue them together. So, but for the sake of time, I'm just covering them up. I feel like there's enough going on the card that it's not a big deal that you can't see what's going on underneath it.
Totally. All right.
I am making sure I don't cover the larger decorative ones though, because those ones are pretty. Definitely want to keep those ones open. I'm less worried about the tiny little circles.
All right. I'm skipping foam adhesive and just doing liquid glue kind of in the center areas, but fluffing up all of the pieces so that Lynn
Lynn
Murphy
Murphy is asking, what are the sentiments? They are on the set. We'll show them here in a minute.
I'll hold them up
I
because
think
I'll be done momentarily.
yeah, I think we're both going to probably use a sentiment from the set. So you're going to get to see two of the three.
2 out of the 3. Yep. And I'll show
Yep.
the others because I'll probably be debating on which one to use for a few minutes. So
Okay. Add this cute little frame here. Oh my goodness, this is just turning out so cute.
I love it.
Trying to make it, relatively straight. If it's not
Mhm.
perfectly straight, it's okay.
Right.
All right, look at that. Look at that cute little gallery wall. I just love it, friends. I think that turned out super fun. Okay, so now we've got our flowers to place. And so I might trim this down, but I like the little purple flower in this one. I think a lot of these are going to have to be trimmed a little bit.
All right.
That is a-okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think that's just going to be
Oh,
cute.
see, cute. I love how you're tucking
So
yours
cute.
in like that too.
Thanks.
So fun.
Hi. Let me.
All right, checking the comments for a second here, and then I'll pull out sentiments and go through those. Bling. Tina said she's not typically a gold girl, but we've converted her. You know what's great
That's
though?
good, Tina. We are big fans of gold around here.
And these could easily, if you're more into silver or whatever,
Oh, you
these
could
are
totally adapt them for
really
sure.
easy. I mean, I was thinking about the colors of mine would go really good with silver in particular.
Yeah,
Those kind of cooler
definitely.
tones. All right, so here are the sentiments. So we've got your kindness makes a difference, little tiny just a note, and then thank you for all that you do. And
They're super cute.
I'm almost tempted to do that little just a note. Like the
Oh,
little
good, because
tiny
I think I was leaning towards thank you for all that you do. I feel like that
perfect.
fits just perfectly in that little extra space I left for it.
Awesome. I was
So I
trying
think
to
that is perfect, Heather.
Good. I figured there's enough options that we could make it work, and yours might be a little more specific about what fits. So if you really wanted this
Yeah,
one, I would have let you have it, but
thank you. Okay,
I'm glad that
let
works.
me glue my flowers in place here.
I'm missing.
Oh yes, our white glitter, which is on reorder, friends. So I know it's been out of stock for a while, but it is on reorder. I just don't know exactly when it will show up. Um,
Diane, real quick, there are no dies for these sentiments, but they're really easy to trim down into tiny
yeah,
strips.
they're great for, or if you have like a banner die or anything like
Hmm.
that, they cut really easily with that. So no dies, but super easy to trim into a strip or
Or
cut with
tuck
a
around on
banner
your
die.
card or whatever it is you need there.
Yeah.
It's a tiny dainty sentiment, so I'm really stamping so gently, inking it lightly, and I'm just gonna stamp a couple times if needed to get a good impression because I don't want to lose that beautiful detail.
And I am going to mount this to an A2 card base here momentarily. So I'm not really worried about a little bit of stuff going over the edge because I still have some outer card base layer too.
Right.
That will give me some room there.
Now that you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, I still need to add mine to a card base. It's still just a panel because it was my stamped in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, same.
I
Right.
would have made a postcard.
Would have been a postcard. It would have worked.
I could do that later too, so that wouldn't have been too big a deal, but
Right.
all right.
I like that guy overlapping there a little bit. Oh my goodness. I am going to go ahead and get it mounted to a card base here. Shown this in a while, but I kind of been using up scraps and pieces of foam tape that I've had lying around, but I did cut some full panels the other day. Um,
Mm,
and I'm going to make my nice big full panel of foam adhesive. This is just white craft foam. You can pretty much find that anywhere. I typically tend to run to like Michael's or some or whatnot, or you can also order it on Amazon, lots of places, anywhere you can find white craft foam. And then this is just 5-inch double-sided tape. This one happens to be score tape. There are other brands out there that have double-sided tape as well. I just like this nice big 5-inch so that it's easy to create a nice big full panel. Now I have to find my card base. There it is, tucked behind.
I'm just gonna tuck that on a little bit of a foam strip too, and kind of, I turned it into a little bit of a banner shape coming out from behind part of the greenery because that would be kind of a fun.
All right, now that that is set up, I'm going to trim away that little bit of excess there because I don't want it poking down into the sentiment. I think everywhere else is cute that turned out, you guys. I love that. My little gallery of flowers. I've been trying to think of a fun way to use these in a different manner, and I think it turned out pretty cute.
That was a great idea. Okay, there's that sentiment, just little teensy tiny tucked on
Oh,
there.
so cute.
Gotta make sure though. I
I'm
feel
still
like I
assembling over here. I will get to a sentiment, friends, I promise.
want to make sure I got that. Actually, it is
Oh,
pretty square. Feels like it's not, but it is. So I'm not going to mess with it. Sometimes the eyes play tricks and then you move it and wish you hadn't.
great. All right, I need to grab this back and let's it just had embossing ink on the stamp, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm just gonna remove it. I'll clean it later.
You know what? We thought we'd go over and look at this. I think we're going to win.
I think we're
Right
gonna
on
land
time.
this right on time.
Isn't that amazing?
All right,
Even with everything.
so
And I don't
I think
remember who went
thank
by, but just said,
you.
looking at our two cards, they'd never believe that we started with the same product. And
Isn't
I
that
agree.
the best thing about getting to see the same exact product used side by side?
Mhm.
You get to see something completely different. And like, honestly, we all we all spend a lot of money on our crafting products, and I think it's awesome to have, lots of ideas for the same product so that you get the most out of the money that you spend.
I love Tina Lewis says, so about this bling. Don't
We're
worry,
gonna show
got
you
ready to
here.
pull it out. We got
Yeah,
time.
I'm not quite there, but Heather's probably closer. So you're
I
probably gonna get to
promise
see it from Heather first.
we will not forget that because we're excited.
All right. So
Okay.
I am using that. Thank you for all that you do. I need to grab my cube. Give me 1 second.
Okay, and I'm gonna pull out that bling. So if you did our
Perfect.
August event and wanted more, you'll be super duper excited because it's more of those little iridescent dewdrops that are really pretty. They're kind of like green and purple and orange and clear, really pale pastel with a hint of an iridescent sparkle. Really,
And I
really
will
pretty.
say that even though they have like a hint of color, they
They're
kind
really
of
neutral.
adapt
Yeah.
to what your project behind you. So even if you don't use those exact colors, they still actually work.
And I
It's
saw
interesting.
a question went by, question, will Pinkfresh be releasing any more holiday stamps and dies? This year, we've already done our holiday release, and then we have our holiday event this coming weekend. So our next holiday release would actually be next year. So no more for
Sure.
this year, but
So
of course, next year.
yeah, no more this year that we know of,
Um,
but I'm pretty sure no more this year.
yes. Okay. So I'm gonna get some bling out here to tuck around on my card. Okay,
Right. And look at how
one.
cute that turned out. I just love that little sentiment.
I love all
Right.
the sentiments on this set are so tiny and cute and perfect for
Yes, they
snuggling
are.
in. Snuggling in.
Snuggling, snuggle them in.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get this guy trimmed down here. Trim it just into a nice little strip. And snuggle it as close to the words as I can. There we go. That's just going to fit perfectly right down here. Look at that. There. I will trim those ends off myself. Just make a nice little rectangular sentiment. Nothing fancy. The card is fancy enough.
Exactly. Kind of what I went for too is all right. So I'm gonna move that to a little
I'm gonna embellish with the same exact embellishments Heather is using. So we will be showing the same thing.
totally.
And I think we're gonna make this live end on time. I was not sure.
I know. I'm kind of honestly pretty impressed that
I am too,
we got
actually.
there. Really didn't anticipate that.
Like
So
considering we had to die cut and all of the things,
yeah,
including the frames, which I'm pretty impressed, Heather.
same. I think we're both kind of surprised, honestly.
Uh-huh. Right. Snuggle that guy in here.
There we go. Yeah, trying to get just because there is a slight color variation. I'm being super perfectionist and trying to get there we
Right.
go.
All right. I'm just gonna
And
grab those same dewdrops
yep.
Heather's using. And they match my colors all pretty well. So
Yeah.
just gonna toss some on here. Okay.
More sneak peeks, Luisha. If you mean the bling, yes, the bling is part of the upcoming release as well. And if you want more sneak peeks, start checking out our Instagram page. We always have
Yeah,
lots more.
we
There's a
have
question for you asking Leah if you use both foam sheet and double-sided tape in the 5-inch.
the foam tape I just cut down to size. They're like big, large sheets of white foam tape, or excuse me, craft foam. They're like 12 by 18 in size or something, and I just cut them out on my big paper trimmer that I have. And then so then I cut them down to size. So they're 3.75 by 5 inches for each one. And then the double-sided foam tape is 5 inches. Hopefully that answers your question.
All right, my goodness. I love this card before, but I tell you what, that bling on this is absolute perfection.
I agree.
It's like the magic touch that just makes this whole.
I agree
Karen,
completely.
yes, there will be sneak peeks all week on Instagram. So keep watching on there and we'll,
Instagram and Facebook, they were posted
yes.
both. So whatever your preference is for that. We have so far sneak peeked two, but it's kind of everything you've seen here today. So we sneak peeked Kindness in Bloom yesterday, and then the frames that Heather used today. But that's just more inspiration to see, and then we'll continue sharing all week long. Other elements. I'm almost done gluing,
I'll worry about
and
that. I was debating on embellishing the inside of my card, but
oh
not
yeah.
quite sure if I'm. That's actually kind of fun there too, because it adds.
Oh yeah, and you have a bit more flowers to work with since you had
I
the
do, yeah.
solid
You know what?
and
I've
the
got a second.
standard.
I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this in here because
Cool.
why not? Well, you
Absolutely.
finished. Are you done embellishing or?
I might be done, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this will only take me a second.
You're fine.
You could
I'm
pick the
kind of
winner if you
cleaning up.
want. Now that I've committed.
But there is my card, friends. And look at that beautiful dewdrop embellishments there. They're so pretty. And like I said, they kind of take on the color of what's underneath them as well. So they have their own color, but they also adapt to your project as well. So,
Okay.
all right. So I need to randomly pick a winner.
I'll say since we've got 3 minutes and now I'm kind of committing myself to this and I'm almost done, so it'll be perfect. I just went, let's just use those. Even though this is going to be flat on the inside, I'm still catching myself fluffing up the habits die hard. And then I'm going to trim that little side bit there just so it doesn't go over. All right. Now the inside of my card's kind of fun. That'll be a fun little added detail. All right, so there's my front and there's my fun little inside. Ta-da! All right. And then as soon as you have a winner, let's hold our cards up side by side and then we can switch to front facing and announce the winner. Sound good?
Yeah, give me just 1 second here.
Take your time. I don't think anyone's going to leave before we announce that winner. So
True.
we've got them. We've got them on the hook. I don't always finish the inside, but this one was just too good to pass
You
up.
want me
And
to
I had
post the
everything
winner yet, or hold our cards first?
Let's hold our cards first.
Okay.
Just so we get the full side by side effect.
Okay. I am ready.
Ready? Same product, but can you even believe it looking at how different those are? I love it.
Right? It turned out so fun. Oh my goodness.
The dewdrops are called dewdrops iridescent.
Yeah, iridescent colored dewdrops.
And a quick peek inside again. There we go. All right, should we
No
switch our
inside for
cameras?
me, just
That's
outside.
okay. You have a beautiful outside, so.
Thank you. Okay, let me.
All right,
I'm gonna switch
switch cameras. And then everybody get ready
cameras.
to do that drum roll that won't come through the sound.
Sorry, I have to switch up I gotta get my video back. Hold on. Hold, please. There we are. Okay.
And we're still 1 minute early, so we're doing that. Barb says to pick her. It's her birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. For some reason, this didn't copy, so I gotta redo that.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Everyone can just build that suspense.
Yes. Right. I have put it in the chat. Congratulations to
You
Tanya
say that.
Nierhoff. I probably butchered that. I have no idea, but that's what we're gonna go with. Oh, and I put $15 gift card code. I forgot to
Oh my
change
gosh.
that, but you won $100 gift card code, not 15.
A little bit better than the
So
normal
it's a little
50.
bit better than $15.
Old
And
habits.
all you have to do to claim your prize is email Heather. So that changed. So email Heather at pinkfreshstudio.com to claim your prize and give her a few business days to get back to you on with that. But
Congratulations.
congratulations, Tanya.
And thank you everybody for joining us today.
Yeah,
We had so much fun. I
we
really
did.
love
They turned out so fun. I love how these turned out. And we're so happy you all spent an hour with us today. So be on the lookout on our Instagram feed and our Facebook page for continued sneak peeks all throughout this week and into next week. And then, yes, Tanya, we did say your
You
name.
said it right. Good job, Leah.
It's
You
you.
win.
Oh, we said it, Nate. Oh, we said it right. I thought she was saying, OMG, you called me. Yeah, but no. Okay, good. I'm glad
You
I
said
said it
her name
right.
right. Yeah.
And then this release goes live on Tuesday. Is that the 8th or the 9th? October
The
8th.
eighth.
I had to look
Yep.
at that. Tuesday, October 8th at 9 a.m. Central Time in our online chat. So,
And if you love it, that's a great one to check out the hops on those days because there's always a chance to win the entire release 3 times on our blog post for the release hop, on the YouTube intro video that Leah does, and then on Wednesday on our Instagram hop.
so there's
So
3 chances to win the entire release and 20 chances to win $25 gift card codes. So
which
we
doesn't
give
hurt
away
either.
lots of things during release weeks. So,
Yeah. All
all
right.
right. Well, if you are joining us for the Holiday Create and Connect event, we will see you this weekend. Other than that, we will be
I
back.
will be live, I think, next week.
I believe it's Heather.
Yep, before I go on
And I'm
vacation, and then it's
sure she
Leah.
will be sharing some more kindness in bloom goodness. Not the same set, but the release.
Yes. All right.
All right,
Have a great
friends. Have a
rest of
great
your week,
week.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.